A black woman in full uniform, suitcase in hand, walks confidently toward her gate, only to be stopped, accused, and humiliated by airport staff who claim she's pretending to be a pilot. Passengers stare, some record, others whisper. But when she's shoved and told to step aside, the atmosphere shifts. What they don't know is this woman isn't just any pilot. She holds the kind of authority that can destroy careers in seconds. What happens next will silence the entire terminal. The early morning buzz of Logan International Airport was thick with chatter, rolling suitcases, and the echo of boarding calls. Among the sea of travelers, a black woman strode with calm confidence. Her pilot's uniform was crisp, her cap tilted just right, and the silver wings on her chest gleamed under the fluorescent lights. She pulled her flight case with steady precision, heading toward Gate 52, where Flight 928 was scheduled to depart. But her stride slowed when a voice sliced through the crowd. "Excuse me, ma'am. Where do you think you're going dressed like that?" A gate agent, mid-40s, red blazer, fake smile sharp as glass, stepped in front of her. The woman's name badge read Camille Porter. Her eyes scanned the pilot's uniform as though it were stolen merchandise. "I'm reporting for duty," the pilot replied calmly. "Captain Naomi Blake, scheduled to command Flight 928. Camille folded her arms. "I'm going to need to see real identification. We've had people impersonating crew before. Can't take chances." The surrounding travelers paused, watching. Some smirked, some raised phones. Naomi reached for her badge, but before she could present it, a security officer appeared, summoned like backup. "What's the issue?" he barked. Camille smirked. "She claims to be a captain. Doesn't look like one to me." Naomi's jaw tightened. She handed over her ID, her license, and her company credentials. But the officer barely glanced before waving them away. "We'll sort this out in the office. Step aside." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. A child asked his mother why the pilot was being stopped. The mother pulled him close, whispering nervously. Naomi stood her ground. Her voice was steady but bold. "You're detaining me without cause. Those credentials are valid. You have no authority to stop me from boarding." That was the spark. Camille's voice rose, dripping with disdain. "Don't get loud with me. You people always think the rules don't apply." Phones lifted higher now, dozens of passengers recording. Hashtags were being born in real time. Naomi's eyes locked on Camille's. "Say that again." Before the tension could snap, another figure entered. Supervisor Grant Morgan, the regional manager, suit pressed, hair slicked back. He didn't ask questions. He didn't look at credentials. He simply pointed. "Escort her to the holding room until this is resolved. No one impersonates a captain under my watch." Two security officers flanked Naomi, hands brushing their batons as if she were dangerous. Travelers gasped. Some shouted, but no one moved to intervene. The cameras kept rolling. Naomi's chest rose and fell, but she refused to shrink. "You are about to make the biggest mistake of your careers," she said. Grant sneered. "The only mistake here was letting you walk through this terminal in that costume." That was the moment Naomi reached into her case, not for a weapon, but for a slim black folder embossed with gold. She flicked it open, revealing stamped documents and a corporate seal. Her voice cut through the terminal like steel. "This isn't a costume, it's a rank. As of last quarter, I am not only a certified captain, I am the newly appointed Director of Flight Operations for this airline. Every second of this exchange is being recorded. And every policy violation you've committed will be dealt with at the highest level." The terminal erupted. Gasps, shouts, whispers. The live stream numbers ticked upward, thousands watching in real time. Grant's smirk faltered. Camille's face drained of color. The security officers froze, suddenly unsure whose orders to follow. Naomi stepped forward, eyes sweeping the crowd. "Let me make this plain. This is racial profiling. This is harassment. And this is over. At that exact moment, a corporate representative rushed down the concourse, phone pressed to his ear, panic on his face. He spotted Naomi, spotted the recording passengers, and nearly stumbled in his haste. "Director Blake!" he exclaimed, too loud, his desperation exposed. "There's been a terrible misunderstanding." Naomi's eyes narrowed. "No, there's been a deliberate humiliation, and you're going to fix it right now in front of every witness." The representative turned to Camille and Grant, his voice sharp. "Hand in your badges, effective immediately. You're both suspended pending termination review." Gasps rippled. Phones caught every word. Naomi didn't smile. She simply retrieved her credentials, tucked the folder back into her case, and turned to the stunned travelers. "Remember this moment. Respect is not granted by a uniform or a title. It's earned through action. And silence is complicity." Applause broke out, hesitant at first, then thunderous. Passengers stood, some with tears in their eyes, others chanting her name. Naomi gave one last look at the disgraced staff, then walked toward her gate, head high, stride unshaken. The roar of approval followed her down the jet bridge. By evening, the footage had spread across every platform. Headlines screamed, "Black female pilot, humiliated at airport. Turns out she's their boss." Corporates scrambled to issue statements, but it was too late. Naomi's calm strength had already become a symbol, not just for travelers, not just for employees, but for anyone who had ever been told they didn't belong. That night, Naomi sat in her hotel room watching the replay. She saw her own steady expression, the fear in their eyes when she revealed the truth, the moment the crowd erupted. She whispered to herself, not as a captain, not as a director, but as a woman who had fought for dignity all her life. "They thought they could strip me of respect, but respect is mine to claim, and no one can take it away." If this story shook you, don't stay silent. Hit that like button, share this video so more people see the truth, and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. And tell us, what moment in this story hit you the hardest? Your voice keeps these stories alive.